ask you about Donald Trump's pick for Defence Secretary Pete Hegseth. He has pushed back against allegations of drinking on the job, inappropriate sexual behaviour and financial mismanagement. And here he was overnight taking on the media. Have a look at this.
I'm proud of what I fought for. I'm not going to back down from them one bit. I will answer all of these senators' questions, but this will not be a process tried in the media. I don't answer to anyone in this group. None of you. Not to that camera at all. I answer to President Trump, who received 76 million votes on behalf and a mandate for change. I answer to the 100 senators who are part of this process and those in the committee. And I answer to my Lord and Savior and my wife and my family. I'm proud to be here. And as long as Donald Trump wants me in this fight, I'm going to be standing right here in this fight, fighting to bring our Pentagon back to what it needs to be.
Bo, I thought he was very measured in his answer there. Take us through what is going on, and will Trump continue to back him?
Well, he's right that no one should be tried by the media. I mean, he should not be tried by the media, nor should anyone else. And here's why. America went through this whole confirmation nonsense with Justice Brett Kavanaugh of the Supreme Court, and the media excoriated him. They scolded him. They lambasted him. They said he was guilty until proven innocent. And that was a trial by media. It was not a fair process at all. And he did end up getting confirmed. But, Pete has a right to address these accusations. But Article 2 of our U.S. Constitution states advice and consent by the Senate. He should speak to those senators. Every one of those senators has a different process and a different method for determining whether they want to confirm a nominee or not. But that's our constitutional process. So Pete should have a right to address these accusations, which each one of those senators can then address accordingly. But the senators represent we the people. That's how our system was set up. And we trust those senators to ask the right questions. And Danica, maybe how Pete handles this process will determine whether Trump stands by him or not. But the truth of the matter is it's a process. It was designed by the founders of this country. It is in Article 2 of the Constitution, and it requires that 51 senators vote to confirm him. So I think we have to let this process play out the way our founders intended it and not be determined by the media, who has been wrong and who has chastised people that's been totally unnecessary. So Pete deserves his own fair day with those senators.
Yeah, look, fair enough. Now, before we let you go, Bo, it seems old Sleepy Joe has returned. Here is Joe Biden dozing off at a meeting with African leaders.
Aiming at aligning this project with national priorities and other bilateral and regional commitments. In closing,
Bo, let's not forget this is the man who wanted to run for president again.
Yeah, well, he was just in Africa. I'm sure you'll know this song. I'll take you back to 1961. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, Joe Biden sleeps tonight. Everybody knows that song, but Joe Biden is the one sleeping. And here's what's amazing, Danica. Even though he's been sleeping this entire time, he has somehow managed to give billions to Africa and Ukraine. I mean, the man is spending like a drunken sailor, but somehow under the influence of melatonin. I don't understand. So we here in America, Danica, thought that maybe he would just casually sleep his way out for the rest of the presidency. But instead, he's spending like a drunken sailor. So just a note from all of us America to you, Joe, just take a long nap. Take a long, nice winter's nap. Don't spend on America's credit card. Please put America's credit card away. We don't need you to spend. We don't need you to be in any more problems that this country has faced. You've done enough. You've done enough. So please go to sleep, eat some oatmeal, pour some tea, and please sleep your way out through the rest of this presidency. We don't need you doing anything worse for this country.
Honestly, Bo Davidson, I have loved your musical edition of our interview today. And as always, you have nailed it, this time in the song version. Thank you so much for joining us on the show. We'll see you next time.
I'm glad to be here. Thank you, Danica.